Hi guys, it's our last video, last moment together. Welcome to my living room, I guess. And so in my research paper, what I wrote about was damsel in distress, and with my three leaves, which are the Greek mythology story of Andromeda and Perseus, the movie of Sleeping Beauty, and the video game Super Mario Bros. So I wrote about the Sleeping Beauty movie first, and I wrote about how the damsel in distress isn't only about a vulnerable woman who's constantly found in danger and needs to be saved by a knight in shining armor, but I wrote about how and why. And the reason to that is because damsel in distress is actually treated in a very childlike manner. Therefore, she's not told many things that she's supposed to be told. In fact, she's not even told how and why she's being harmed or isolated from everyone else, in Sleeping Beauty's perspective at least. And so because of that, that actually makes Maleficent more approachable to Sleeping Beauty, the damsel in distress. And therefore, because of the isolation and trying to impede her from being harmed, is actually approaching and pushing her forward to being harmed. And due to the fact that she has no idea of who and what or why, or has any idea that harm is even wished upon her, she doesn't know how to prevent it. And because of that, Maleficent has full control of her, and therefore she has no way of stopping a spell being casted on her and harm being caused to her. And also she needs to be saved by the prince, because she becomes powerless due to the spell having full control of her movement, of her. She's hypnotized. And so in my second leaf, I write about how, in my first leaf, I also write about the knight in shining armor's perspective, and why it is his duty to save the damsel in distress. And it is because the damsel in distress constantly needs of his help, due to the fact that she's constantly found in danger. And it is basically much the man's duty to protect the woman in danger. Due to the fact, and I wrote for the reason that men or knight in shining armors tend to act very rapidly when in danger. In fact, they aren't overwhelmed with emotions or fear. They kind of push that away, because that in manhood, a man cannot have any connection towards his emotion. And so whenever he's faced with fear or an obstacle that is life-threatening, he kind of figures out solution very rapidly and comforts those, such as females, the damsel in distress, who may be traumatized by the event. And for my second leaf, I wrote about how Perseus, how Andromeda doesn't have any consent over Perseus' salvation. For example, to clarify, after Andromeda is saved by Perseus, she becomes Perseus' wife, and therefore showing that there is no consent, almost as if the woman's voice is lost. And it's because the woman's actions are now guided by the man. So whatever the man wishes, because he saved her, the woman now has to oblige to what that man's decision has made. And that's one of the ideas that I came up with. And for my last idea for Super Mario Bros., one of the ideas that I came up with is the fact that these knight in shining armors, they're constantly learning, they're constantly improving in their skills, they're constantly empowering themselves from saving women. And as that, women are being objectified as a trophy because the more obstacles and battles the man fights, the more power the man gains as he saves a woman. Therefore, a woman is kind of the trophy of, or the merit of that defeation. And yeah, that's everything. Thank you.